I am Kim Shaina Ayana together with my group mates Corinaris Gian, Gloria Ayan T. Hanubas, Salido Jeanette, and Villanueva Marisol. Today, we will be discussing about entrepreneurship. We have here the learning objectives. At the end of this class, you should be able to first, define what is entrepreneurship. Second, explain the importance of entrepreneurship in the community. Third, write their own ideas about entrepreneurship through the provided questions. So what is entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship is the ability and readiness to develop, organize, and run a business enterprise, along with any of its uncertain tasks in order to make a profit. Entrepreneurship is also the process of designing, launching, and running a new business, which is often initially a small business. Is about identifying an opportunity, taking risks, and managing resources to create value. These successful entrepreneurs are typically innovative, resourceful, and resilient. They possess a strong vision and are driven to achieve their goals. There are four types of entrepreneurship. First, small business entrepreneurship. Second, scalable startup entrepreneurship. Third one is the large company entrepreneurship. And last is the social entrepreneurship. The first type of entrepreneurship is the small business entrepreneurship. So these businesses are hairdresser, grocery store, travel agent, consultant, car renter, plumber, electrician, and etc. This involves creating and managing a relatively small-scale businesses, often locally focused, with a primary goal of generating income for the owner and possibly a few employees. Example for this is a local bakery, a neighborhood bookstore, a family-run restaurant. The first type of entrepreneurship is the small business entrepreneurship. So these businesses are hairdresser, grocery store, travel agent, consultant, car renter, plumber, electrician, and etc. This involves creating and managing a relatively small-scale businesses, often locally focused, with a primary goal of generating income for the owner and possibly a few employees. Example for this is a local bakery, a neighborhood bookstore, a family-run restaurant. The third types of entrepreneurship is a large company entrepreneurship. These years companies have defined life cycle. Most of these companies grow and sustain by offering new and innovative products that revolve around their main products. This involves entrepreneurial activity with a larger, established corporation. Employees are encouraged to develop and implement new ideas and initiatives, fostering innovation from within the existing organizational structure. It's essentially entrepreneurship inside a company. For example, the team within a manufacturing company developing a new production process, a marketing department creating a new product line, a research and development team working on around groundbreaking technology. The last types of entrepreneurship is the social entrepreneurship. This type of entrepreneurship focuses on producing products and services that revolve social needs and problems. This combines entrepreneurial principles with a social mission. Social entrepreneurs aim to solve social or environmental problems while generating revenue. Profit is a means to an end, not the primary purpose. For example, a non-profit organization employing individuals with disabilities, a company producing environmentally friendly products, a social enterprise providing clean water to developing communities. And also the example is kanang the markets, which is the friendly store.
Hi everyone, I'm Maricel Villanueva. This time, let us discuss the characteristics and importance of entrepreneurship. So, characteristics first is the ability to take risks. Starting any new venture involves a considerable amount of failure risk. Therefore, as an entrepreneur, we need to be courageous and be able to evaluate and take risks. It is an essential part of being an entrepreneur. This means that taking risk in entrepreneurship isn't about reckless gambling. It's more on taking risk assessment. So entrepreneurs, they need to analyze potential downsides, weigh them against potential rewards, and they should make informed decision. It also involves through market research, financial planning, and a willingness to learn from their mistakes or failures. Entrepreneurs should also understand that every venture carries inherent uncertainty, but they should possess the resilience to navigate navigate it. And next is the innovation. Innovation, it means it should be highly innovative to generate new ideas, start a company, and earn profit out of it. Change can be means launching a new product that is new to the market or a process that does the same thing but in a more efficient and economical way. This means that innovation goes beyond just creating something brand new. It's more on improving existing products or processes, finding new applications for existing technologies, or developing the entirely new business model. So, the entrepreneur should be constantly seeking ways to disrupt the status and offer unique values to the customers. Um, this means that innovation is staying ahead of the game with technological advancement. Next is the visionary and leadership quality. So to be successful, the entrepreneur should have a clear vision of his new venture. However, to turn this idea into reality, there are a lot of resources and employees that should be needed or are required. So here, leadership quality is important because leaders impart and guide their employees toward the right path of success. So a visionary entrepreneur should have a clear long-term perspective on their business so they can anticipate future trends and articulate their vision in a way that inspires others. So effective leadership means building a strong team, delegating tasks, and foster positive work environment. And entrepreneurs or leaders should motivate their employees to achieve the shared goals of their business or company. So a leader must be able to make tough decisions and remain calm under pressure. Next is open-minded. Um, in business, every circumstance can be an opportunity and used for the benefit of a company. This means that in a dynamic business world, unexpected events and changing market conditions um, are unexpected. So, entrepreneurs should be open-minded uh, to receptive uh, new ideas, feedback, and opportunities. So, entrepreneurs should be willing to change or to improve their strategies and adapt to changes circumstances. So they should understand that learning is a continuous process and they need to embrace a growth mindset. Dili kay close-minded lang nga kuan, dapat open-minded pod sila. Um, Next is the be know your product. So a owner should know the product offerings and also be aware of the latest trend in the market. It is essential to know if the available product or service meets the demand of the current market or it is time to change a little bit. So being able to be accountable and then alter as needed is an important part of the entrepreneurship. So the entrepreneurs should understand that their product features, benefits, and limitations. So they should be also aware of their competitors and the overall market landscape. This allows the entrepreneurs to make them informed decisions about the product developing, pricing, and marketing. So that's the characteristics of entrepreneur. This time, let's discuss the importance of entrepreneurship. First is the creation of employment. Entrepreneurship generates employment. It provides an entry-level job required for gaining experience and training for unskilled workers. Like small businesses, which are often started by entrepreneurs, are the major job creators. They provide opportunities for people with diverse skill set and backgrounds. Also, entrepreneurship fosters culture self-resilience and empower individuals to take control of their career. Next is the impact of society and community development. A society becomes greater if the employment base is large and diversified. It brings out changes in society and promotes facilities like higher expenditure on education, better sanitation, fewer slums, and a higher level of home ownership. So, entrepreneurship assists the organization towards a more stable and high quality of community life. Entrepreneurs contribute to their communities by creating jobs, generating tax revenues, and supporting local charities. They also play vital role of revitalizing neighborhoods, promoting social and economic development. Um, Next is the increased standard of living. Entrepreneurship helps to improve the standard of living of a person by increasing the income. The standard of living means increase in the consumption of various goods and services by a household for a particular period. This means that entrepreneurial activities lead to increased productivity, higher wage, and greater access to goods and services. This continues to a higher standard of living for the individuals and their families. Next is support research and development. New products and services need to be researched and tested before launching in the market. Therefore, as an entrepreneur, they dispenses finance for research and development for research institutions and universities. This promotes research, general construction, and development in the economy. Many entrepreneur, um, sorry, many entrepreneurial ventures are built on cutting-edge research and development. So, as an entrepreneur, they need to collaborate with the universities and research institutions to bring new technologies to the market. This also foster culture of innovation and contribute to the scientific and uh, technological progress. So that's all for the characteristics and importance of entrepreneurship.
Angat natin konti para makita yung ano natin. Yan, bagong gupit, di ba? Good day, everyone. So my name is Glorel T. Hanubas. And our topic for today is all about personal entrepreneurial competencies. Now, speaking of entrepreneur, yung tanong ko is, sapat na ba na matalino ka o marami kang alam? O sapat na ba na marami kang pera? O sapat na ba na ang dami mong kayang gawin? Diba? Now, actually, an entrepreneur should have this basta napakadaming competencies. Now, for today's video, magbibigay ako ng 10. Now, itong 10 competencies na ito ay nadi-divide sa 3. Ito yung achievement cluster, yung planning cluster, at saka yung power cluster. So, let's talk about the first cluster, which is the achievement cluster. So, ano bang mga meron? Ano bang mga competencies na andito sa cluster nito? So, the opportunity seeker. So, what does it mean? So, it means that It is an entrepreneur who seizes unusual circumstances just to earn profit. He or she seizes even the most negative situation a good opportunity. Halimbawa, nung pandemic, diba? So, di ba, negative na situation yun. So, na-realize niya na, ay, magaling pala ako magluto. Ay, marunong pala ako mag-alaga ng mga halaman, di ba? So, nabenta niya yun through online, di ba? Even though sa negative na situation, nakahanap pa rin siya ng opportunity, di ba? So, lahat naman ng oras may opportunity. Pero dapat meron kang gawin. Sabi nga nila, an opportunity without an action is nothing. Okay, so let's go to the second one, persistence. What does it mean? So it is someone who has strong-willed and determined to reach his or her goal. Now, it is someone who always perseveres even though there are difficulties along the way. So ano ibig sabihin ito? Ito yung mga entrepreneur na hindi marunong sumuko. Ito yung mga entrepreneur na matapang, diba? Hindi nag-quit. So, because only those quitters are the one who fails. So let's go to the third one. So committed to work. So ano ibig sabihin nito? So it is someone who takes full responsibility at their work. So it is someone who performs extraordinary chores just to get the job done. Ibig sabihin, ang entrepreneur na to ay dedicated sa kanyang trabaho. Binibigay niya yung kanyang best para matapos lang yung trabaho. So ba't ba committed? So parang pag-ibig lang yan, di ba? So binibigay mo yung lahat para maging yung tawag dito yung relasyon nyo ay mas maging matibay. Okay, so let's go to the fourth one. So risk taker. Ano ba ibig sabihin nito? So it is someone who is courageous enough to face business challenges. It means that it is someone or it is an entrepreneur who is not afraid of the changing needs of the consumer. Ibig sabihin, ang entrepreneur na to ay matapang. Ang entrepreneur na to ay marunong sumugal sa kanyang negosyo. So, kailan ba nating masasabing merong nag-take ng risk yung isang negosyante? So, there is risk when the result of this action is not certain. Positive ba or negative yung result? Okay, last one sa achievement cluster. So we have demand for efficiency and quality. Ibig sabihin, the entrepreneur is not satisfied with just a good work. So ibig sabihin, tawag dito, sa negosyo, we all need to accept the fact that business is a competition. Now, if you want to remain at the top of the top, you need to make sure that your products or items offer excellence for the people.
So for the continuation of L'Oreal's discussion about the entrepreneurial competencies, so I'm Gian Colinares and I'm going to discuss the planning cluster and power cluster. So in planning cluster, there are three parts. This is the goal setter, systemic planner, and information seeker. So now we're going first to discuss the goal setter. The goal setter, an achievement-oriented person and makes sure to reach his/her targets or plan. So this is a step that entrepreneurial must do, is to set goal for his venture. This could be one simple goal or a greater one that could be divided into different sub-goals. This goal will serve as the guide and the direction on where and how far you want to take your venture in setting a goal. So we have here a SMART goal, which is the specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. That's what a goal setter needs to do when they are planning their business. Next is the systemic planner. Involves a methodical, organized approach to developing and implementing a business plan, ensuring resources are used efficiently and effectively to achieve goals. So in systemic planner, it refers to ability to create a well-organized and efficient plan that is logically sound yet simple and practical. This plan must lead him to achieve his goal and should keep him moving forward. He must also have the ability to track or monitor if the plan is working or not and be ready to take alternative strategies when necessary. That is a systemic planner. And the last one for planning cluster is the information seeker, an individual or group actively seeking and using business information to address challenges, make informed decisions, and solve problems related to their ventures. So a successful entrepreneur is always keen about information. He has an open mind and always hungry or always strive to seek for more information about the market, competition, and more importantly about his customer. A well-informed entrepreneur can create better ideas about how to improve the product or service information to innovation. So that's all for the planning cluster, which is the goal setter, systemic planner, and information seeker. So now we're going to discuss the last cluster, which is the power cluster. So in power cluster, there are two, which is the persuasion and networking and self-confidence. So the first part of the power cluster is persuasion and networking. Is the capacity of the entrepreneur to convince people. So one of the most challenging tasks and maybe exciting to others is making people believe in you or your products and services by persuading people to spread word for you and make them believe in you. And while networking is the entrepreneur's ability to bind and merge their business with other companies of business firms. So, product or services is better than others could be daunting tasks that will test your persistence among other things. However, succeeding in this task will enable you to gain patrons or client bases. So, on networking, this is all about binding with other companies, which competing with them or merge. There are business that you can merge with other business. And that's what persuasion and networking is. So the next part of power cluster is self-confidence. Belief in the entrepreneur's ability, judgment, and potential for success, enabling you to navigate challenges, make decisions, and pursue your goals with resilience and assurance. So this is perhaps one of the most observable traits of person. It refers to a strong belief upon oneself that he can complete a task no matter how difficult it might become. So in the context of entrepreneurship, especially on the startup stage of your venture, you are own boss indeed. Ironically, most of the time, you are only worker as well as having a strong belief in your capabilities and hanging on to it might spell the difference between successful and failure. So that's all for our part and competencies of entrepreneurial. Thank you.
So good day everyone, I am Jeanette Salido. So let's proceed to our next topic, which is about business opportunity. So what is business opportunity? Business opportunity, also called BESOP, is a chance to take advantage of an occurrence in the market to begin a business. So a business opportunity is what makes some business succeed while others fail. So a business opportunity is a good chance to start successful business because something is happening that makes it a good time to do so. Next is what is the importance of business opportunity? So in business, an opportunity is a key to success. Without a business cannot begin, expand, or succeed. So the main purpose of an opportunity is to serve as a basis for any action that results in profit and business growth. Only those who spot opportunities early can take the best advantage of them and capitalize on them. So business opportunities are super important for success. Without them, a business can start, grow, or make it. So the main reason for having a business opportunity is that it leads to profits and helps a business get bigger. People who find good opportunities early are the ones who get the most benefit. The last is the importance of business opportunity. First is a chance to build a business. Next, chance to avoid failure, and a chance to grow, and chance to maximize profits. So business opportunities are important because they give you a chance to start a business, avoid failure, and give your best and make more money. So that is all my part. I think the next reporter will continue the topic.